Niko na Musa Ibrahim kutoka Vala Solutions. Thank you for coming. Na Nama, she's a business lady. She's still young. She's just 23. Karibu.
Thank you.
Are you okay?
Yeah, fine.
Fine. Musa, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're always behind the scene, but leo uko on the scene.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that.
So, yeah, before we start, I'll start with you, Mariam.
Okay.
Why did you open your business, and when was it?
I opened my business 2016. But it was just because I was in love with fashion and stuff like that. It wasn't a professional business at that time. Come 2017, in the early 2017, I decided to venture now professionally because people were asking, oh, why did you buy this? Why did you buy this? And I was not buying, I was making them myself. So I decided, okay, let me just venture into it and help my fellow Muslim ladies also.
Musa, we see that she had a passion for it. So how can someone open a business?
First and foremost, you as a person, you need to do a rough scan of what you really want to do. So you need to have some need analysis, probably from your end, just to know probably what some of the business opportunities that are out there. For her, I love the fact that something that she felt there is need to venture into fashion, and other things like registrations and all that will definitely, depending with the various business models that you want to venture in, from sole proprietorship to partnership, opening a company and all that. So I commend you for taking that leap.
And she was still young.
Yeah, mashallah, mashallah. It is
20.
20. So being 20, what are the challenges that you faced while opening your business?
Okay, number one was saving. I was very poor at saving. I didn't know how to manage my finances. Also, I had a passion, but I was not doing it professionally. So you understand, it was a bit, yeah.
Just to jump into that, most businesses, the first challenge is the running capital. You have a very good idea of starting out a business, but the running capital is one of the impeding factors. So most businesses, the first challenge they face is the running capital, which I think she's just mentioned.
Mr. Musa, how important is it to build a brand? Because so many people have business, but building a brand, how important is it?
Fine. First, let's try to break into perspective the brand. Brand, everyone has ways of understanding what a brand is. So a brand is a mark of ownership. So once someone gets to understand that, first thing, or rather the first impression that someone brings out is the mark of ownership. I know where I come from. Branding is used differently. I come from the Maasai culture. So we do branding for our cattle and cows to show ownership. So today, if my cows can find a way to my place and probably they move into your place, you'll be able to see the branding there that these cows belongs to Musa. So branding ideally is the mark of ownership. So first things first, you as a brand owner, what are some of the key things that you want to bring out to the masses? So first things first, the importance of branding will be able to make you get to target to push your target audience out there. You'll be able to know your target audience. You'll be able to know about your mission statement. What are you standing for? So branding brings a sort of light into the business. Yes.
Madam, how did you build your brand?
My brand? It's just like Musa explained. I wanted a source of identity. Like when you buy this, you know, like this I've bought from my guys. And there was this thing of people copy pasting.
Exactly. That's the challenge.
Yeah. So I decided, like, anytime I make an abaya, somebody goes and make the same abaya. So I decided, okay, let me just brand my abayas. So when you buy a different one, you know, no, this is not from my guys. That source of identity, like that was also for my customers, the loyal customers. Yeah, the source of identity.
She talked about copy pasting.
Yes.
Is this a healthy competition? Because we see it in every field.
Actually, I think it's one of the key things that make most businesses fail. For me, competition, among many other factors, like mismanagement, competition, because assuming I do spare part business. Mariam will try to open similar business just to do copycat
with almost the same brand.
Exactly. But what's supposed to be for her, she needs to open like a petrol station so that we can complement and complete each other, so that if someone comes, gets car parts from my shop, that person can move to Mariam's garage at the petrol station to have it fixed, rather than me opening a spare part business, and then further to that, Mariam still opens another business. So we'll all be competing. So, and something that I also need to reiterate is the fact that innovation is something that is very few of us really want to be innovative enough. So for her, I love the fact that she said she was doing her buyers, but at some point she needed to have her buyers with a touch of Mariam. So she had to be innovative. So these are some of the ways where you can. Yes.
So you were 20 while opening your business. You're still young, and I suppose you were studying. So how did you balance managing your business, building your brand, and studying at the same time? It's so hard.
Yeah, I tried to manage at some point, but that is where now it failed.
How come?
Yeah, because come 2017 is when I was so serious about the business. But at the same time, I was married, I was pregnant, then I had school, university, so everything just collapsed. So I had to choose what to stick with, and I just said, okay, I'm just going to give my business a break point and just wait.
How did you feel at that point? Because it's like a baby to you.
Exactly. Business is like a baby. My brand is my firstborn. So it was very painful, but at some point you need to prioritize. So I just needed to prioritize, and I decided what my priorities are.
How can someone balance?
I think first you need to understand the phase or stage your business is in. You know, we have phases, just like the same way a kid is born, he or she's trained to consume soluble food. After that, the kid starts to crawl all the way. So there are phases when it comes to business. Okay, so there is the launch phase where you're launching the business. After the launch phase, there is growth. Probably experiencing some sort of growth in your business, and then you move to the third stage, which is more of shakeout. You know, you are there, neither here, neither there, and then at some level you will attain the maturity stage in your business, and probably towards the end the business will decline. So these are 5 stages, 5 key stages in any business. So first and foremost, you need to understand the stage your business is in, the phase your business is in. And I totally agree. There are quite a number of people that, apart from studies, there is also business and family. There's business and work, because we also have the current way of doing things where we have side hustles. We call them side hustles. So you have a permanent employment somewhere, and you have a side hustle. So studies, one of the key things that if you're a student and you ventured into business, time management is really key. Okay, you need to know how to manage your time, because based on probably if you're planning to enroll on an evening class, so you have to do your work during the day. So if you are opting to do a half-day class so that in the morning you can concentrate with your business, so time management is really key. Something else, you said that you're about to give out on the business because you felt you're overwhelmed. You could have looked for a way of delegating, you know, or hiring someone that can still enhance the kind of work that you used to do. Okay, so these are some of the few tips that you can easily jump in, and probably it will make you strike a balance between your studies and your business.
You've talked about time management.
Yes.
Is an online platform a way to go in solving the time management?
Absolutely. You see, online, like all of us at the moment, we can afford a smartphone. Okay, so with online, it has too many advantages. It cuts on cost. You know, currently you have too many businesses that have ventured into e-commerce. Okay, name it. There are so many businesses that have ventured into e-commerce. So online way of doing business, it has taken a up very fast compared to the traditional ways of doing marketing and advertising. Sure.
How has online helped your business?
You see, come 2018, I decided, okay, I'm gonna try something different, because it wasn't online in the beginning.
Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't online, like I was not putting it online that much. So come 2018, I decided, okay, I'm gonna use an online platform, and it helped now with the overwhelming, because now I had time to plan and this. You just have to post. You don't have to, there is not too much work to be done compared to when you have a shop or when you're doing it not online.
So it's much easier.
It's much easier.
And you get customers.
Yeah, you just post and you get customers. All you have to do is just post.
Does
good content.
Does age matter while opening your business? You started at the age of 20.
I don't think age matters. I just think you just need a passion and you know what you want to do at the end of the day. That is all you need to do.
Musa, when you see in Western countries, as a person, as a child as young as 10 opens the business and the parents support them, and when you come to our country and our culture, 10 you're told, no, you're too young, just focus on studies, it will help you. Does age really matter?
For me, age doesn't really matter when it comes to opening a business. As long as you have passion. That's what my sister Mariam here has said. You have passion about something. Because for example, where I'm sitting, I decided to, sorry, I didn't mention, I'm almost mid-30s there, but I've formed this company in 2013.
2013.
Yes, so those are like, how many years? 16 years. So I was probably mid-20s heading to, you know, so you need to have the passion, and your environment at times will dictate the kind of business that you need to venture in. I used to work in a media house, so I found out that there are a number of gaps that probably they needed someone to really jump in and try to farm them up. So that is something that I found out that was really exciting at that stage. So, and normally if you're to go by how things are supposed to be done, probably someone will view this idea is an idea that maybe a 30-year-old guy will have managed to tap into it. So age, to me, it doesn't really hold any fault when it comes to starting any business.
So a youth out there who's maybe like maybe someone who's in primary and wants to open a business and is good at it, what would you tell that parent?
Fine. It depends, because the kind of business primary school student will wish to venture in, it's something that will not be very intensive when it comes to the running capital. For instance, I know of during our youthful stage, rather when you're growing up, you'll have a passion of selling mandazis, samosas and all that.
You're given mandazi at home too?
Yes, exactly, or the sim, you know. So it's something probably parents are also trying to nurture us to be free thinkers. You don't really need to sit in an office from 5 to, I mean from 8 to 5, but you also need to probably follow your heart and do something passionate.
Follow your heart. Na mtazamaji, follow your heart. Na mtazamaji, kama uko na maoni au uko na maswali, kumbuka unaweza kuchangia mada hii kupitia mitandao yetu ya kijamii @Horizontv Kenya, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Mada yetu leo ni how to revive a failed business. Tupate pumziko fupi, tarejea baada muda usio kwa mrefu. Assalamu alaikum. Kwa jina nilobarikiwa nalo ni Ibtisam Jamal. Ungana nami katika Sabah Show.
Only on Horizon TV.
Assalamu alaikum. Kwa jina nilobarikiwa nalo ni Ibtisam Jamal. Ungana nami katika Sabah Show.
Only on Horizon TV.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Kiumbe dhaifu lakini jasiri.
Alitunukiwa sura nzima,
sura inayompa daraja yake inavyostahiki. Sharti ajigambe.
Naam, na pepo ipo chini ya nyayo zake.
Mpamba nyumba na nyoyo za wapendwa wake.
anayebeba majukumu yake pasina kupinga.
Mtazamaji, je, unamfahamu anayezungumziwa?
Bila ya kusahau hadhi yake na haki zake.
Ungana nami Rahma Swaleh na Sheikh Juma Amir
tukuelimishe na kukupa mwelekeo katika maisha ya ndoa
kwenye kipindi Dira ya Mwanamke.
Usikose kutegea Dira ya Mwanamke Jumapili hii tarehe 6 mwezi wa Oktoba mwaka 2019 saa 2:30 usiku.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Assalamu alaikum. Kwa jina nilobarikiwa nalo ni Ibtisam Jamal. Ungana nami katika Sabah Show.
Only on Horizon TV.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Karibu katika mwetu ya pili ya business chat. Mada yetu ya leo ni how to revamp a failed business. Kumbuka unaweza changia katika mada hii kupitia mitandao yetu ya kijamii @Horizontv Kenya, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, au unaweza kupiga simu au hata kutuma ujumbe mfupi kwa nambari zilizoko katika runinga yako. Musa, Mariam aliweza kuzungumzia changamoto zake ambao alikuwa alipitia wakati wa kufungua biashara yake, ikiwa ni kwamba masuala ya time management. Ukazungumzia kidogo kuhusiana na masuala hiyo. Ni changamoto gani ambao watu wanaofungua biashara wanapitia ambao zinalingana na wote?
Okay, kwanza kabisa we have an issue on the running capital. Probably our sister here, when she was starting her business, you had zero capital. Okay, so running capital is one of the challenges ambazo startups or any business that is starting they'll always encounter. Secondly, competition. Okay, you'll get lots of competition, and because the competition is driven heavily by lack of innovation. Okay, because you're into fashion business, you're into beauty business, someone will open another one, so competition is something that is one of the challenges. Staffing is also something that is we'll definitely encounter, because as you're saying, you're trying to juggle your balls, and it was at some point seemed hard for you. So, but if you had someone for you to delegate whatever you used to work. So staffing is something that most people fail to, rather it's one of the challenges. For the fear of the unknown, every business person or anyone that wants to venture into any business, there's always that fear of the unknown. Taanza, itaanguka, fulani alifanya, haikuenda, so that fear of the unknown, I think it's one of the challenges that I can quickly pick.
There's a question which came in right now. It says here kwamba kuna mtu amefungua biashara yake, after 6 months pesa zikaisha, afanye nini?
Okay, that's very interesting, because for any business, when you decide to venture into any business, you find it's good to have a timeline, just to monitor the phases that your business are in. For 6 months, you probably need to have some few tips, and one of the key things you need to do a quick scan of the position that your business is in. It's like you're evaluating. Is it that probably mismanagement of either funds? Unajua kuna mtu labda amekesha $100,000 kwenye biashara, lakini pesa zile akiuza bado ndo anatumia. You get it? So you need to do some evaluation. You need to do a quick scan of the business from probably in this period that have been operating, what are some of these underlying issues that have caused to probably business has stagnated? There's a funny story I got the other day. Someone opened a shop somewhere in town. It was a clothing business. So for a whole month, the person was only able to sell 3 pieces of clothes.
Wow.
So, but you need to soldier on. A month is too short to dictate how your business will. So, yes.
There's another question, but before I ask you that question, which has been asked right now, Mariam, how did you manage your money? How did you manage your money? You said you've kind of failed. How did you manage it?
At this point or back then?
Back then, we're still back then.
We're still back then.
Back then.
Back then, managing my money was just too difficult because at that age, I was spending more than I was saving, and in business, you need to save more than you spend. So the spending more than the saving is what caused the business to fail.
Usually get excited.
Yeah.
Musa, a question for you which came in, anauliza kwamba is it good to open a business with loan or with the money you saved?
Depending with the nature of business that you want to venture in. You know, the businesses that require very small capital to start them off. The businesses that are of high capital, they are more of heavy capital. So that will inform you your source of capital. So if someone wants to open a small shop somewhere, that will be informed by the capital that will be required. But personally, I try as much as possible to advise, if you have some savings, it's good because it's like you're planting your own seeds. Unlike someone gets you his or her own seeds, you plant into the business, that person will need to have a share of the harvest. Okay, so for me, the moment you have some small working or rather running capital, the better for you. Just start, and you can always improve.
You can always improve. Mariam, how did your business fail?
My business
Yes, apart from timing, you had so much on your plate.
competition.
Explain it to us.
Competition. The business, the fashion business, everybody was making a buy at that time. Everybody was making the same clothes, you're all making the same thing. So customers are confused.
It's
Customers
like duplicating.
Yeah, everybody's duplicating. Yeah, and it's just competition and time management, savings, capital. I had to take a break and just say, okay, let me breathe in, breathe out, I come back stronger.
Musa, you had that. So what makes a business fail?
And I think this bites every person that is in business. From probably at some point you had accumulated more debts. Okay, so you are busy asking yourself, how do I make the business run? That the other side I have so many debts. You know, so there are some of the key things you really need to take note of if you're doing business, and then you're seeing probably there's some early warning signs that your business is trying to send you.
What are the signs?
One,
people tend to ignore.
Yes. One of the key signs that someone needs to pick very fast is when you're accumulating more debts. When your business, you're running in debts, you're deeply sinking into debts. That is one of the early warning signs. And then when there is a decline in sales, you need to ask yourself, what are some of the things that I may not be doing right, and it's leading to the drop in sales? So probably some of the key or the very early warning signs for any business that is taking a nosedive, you will definitely feel sales this month or like this month, but continuously, if for 6 months you are getting a decline in sales, you also need to probably sit and try to rethink some strategies.
You said your business kind of failed. What did you do to revamp it and make it better?
Okay, I sat down and looked at what Musa is saying. What made it fail in the first place? Consistency. Today you're learning something, then you're staying like 3 months. You know, customers need that consistency. They need to see things running. You design today, you don't design in the next 3 months, they are gone. So I came back with consistency, more time management, less spending, more saving,
And time management and
less debts.
Musa, before I go into the tips of revamping your business, there's a question which came in through SMS. Inasema kwamba if your business have failed, you've revamped it, how do you get the customers which umewapoteza hapo mwanzoni?
You probably need to look for ways of exciting the customers. Probably you can do a small drop in price, just woo them in, because I know traditionally people would love to get something that is 999. That 1 shilling to 1,000. So try to probably work on price reduction. You definitely have to do some few things. Try to work on the outlook of the business. Probably just to have a different feel, that someone would be like, oh, I was used to your business having these colors, but now you have switched to these. Just try to play around with the mentality of your customers, and that will really work for you.
Madam, did you get your customers back? And how did you do it?
I'm still working on it. It's not as easy as saying. It's very hard.
Maybe to add, I think things like marketing, these are some of the key things that you also need to deploy very fast as ways of bringing back your customers. Because with the drop, you need to bring them back. So apart from introducing the price reductions, trying to change a few things to look as something new, you also need to look for ways of marketing the business again.
Musa, what are the tips to revamp your business? She talked about time management and less debts. Yeah, more savings. What are the other tips that someone can use them?
Okay, fine. You need first to, like the same way I've said, you need to do a quick scan of the position of your business. That is evaluation. You get to document those evaluations that you've received from the quick scan that you've done on your business position. These, if you document it, it will help you to some extent, because someone might be willing to come and give you a boost, or rather support your business again. But if it's not on pen and paper, someone will have some doubts about how legit that business is, you see. So if today your business was operating very well, it has failed, you need to show someone that, okay, initially I was doing this number of buyers or this number of pieces, it has dropped due to XYZ. Now you've done the scan, the evaluation, and you've gotten an informed opinion towards the pitfalls that your business fell in. Okay, so after that, once you do the evaluation, you do the documentation of whatever challenges you got, and then you analyze those things, and then probably through analyzing those issues that brought to the fall of the business, you need to rethink your strategy.
Okay, madam, you said you were never online. Now you're online. So how do you keep your business relevant online and out of online?
Relevance on online. Since I'm still bringing back the customers. I do a lot of sponsoring, the online sponsorship for Instagram. Yeah, the sponsor ads. That is what I use to stay relevant, because the customers are already gone.
So does it help?
Yeah, it helps. It helps. It really helps.
How do you keep a business relevant?
For the relevance, for me, one of the key things, like the same way Mariam has mentioned, you need to do constant marketing. Marketing. Because most guys start businesses, but they leave out the part of advertising or marketing the business. So it's like you just assume probably this product will hit the market running. But first things first, you have a product, you build up on the product by doing marketing, and it will grow by itself as time goes by.
You're talking about advertisement. How important is advertisement and sponsoring your products in online and offline? Yeah,
sure. First, you need to understand what is advertising, because there are many forms and ways of passing out an advertisement. Because we have the normal way people define advertising, that I call it traditional way. I want to run an advert on an electronic media, so that's TV, radio, okay? And then there is social media, That is also another source of advertising. Then there's print media, where you can put your advertising, like magazines, newspapers, and also these, we call it out of home advertising, the billboards, the street lamppost. So you need first to identify your product. How well will it match the kind of advertising strategy that you want to put in place? So if it's a fashion business, it's something we call it seeing is believing. Someone will need to see your product. So it will be of no relevance for you to advertise on a radio station. You need to go, say, for online advertising, which is the social media advertising, which we talk of Facebook, Instagram, because they have huge following. And then partly you can throw in a bit of, say, print ads, because a print is something that someone will always retain. Okay.
Before I take a break, there's a question for you which you'll answer in the third segment. Anasema kwamba when your business have failed, una madeni mengi. So how do you get out of that? We'll come back after the break, inshallah. Na mtazamaji, naona kwamba maswali yanazidi kuingia. Kumbuka pia unaweza kuchangia kupitia mitandao yetu ya kijamii @Horizontv Kenya, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, au pia unaweza kutuma ujumbe mfupi, unaweza kupigia simu kwa nambari zetu zilizoko katika runinga yako. Tupumue kidogo, tarejea baada muda usio mrefu. Assalamu alaikum. Kwa jina nilobarikiwa nalo ni Ibtisam Jamal. Ungana nami katika Sabah Show.
Only on Horizon TV.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Kiumbe dhaifu lakini jasiri,
alitunukiwa sura nzima,
sura inayompa daraja yake inavyostahiki. Sharti ajigambe.
naam, na pepo ipo chini ya nyayo zake.
Mpamba nyumba na nyoyo za wapendwa wake.
anayebeba majukumu yake pasina kupinga.
Mtazamaji, je, unamfahamu anayezungumziwa?
Bila ya kusahau hadhi yake na haki zake.
Ungana nami Rahma Swaleh na Sheikh Juma Amir,
tukuelimishe na kukupa mwelekeo katika maisha ya ndoa
kwenye kipindi Dira ya Mwanamke.
Usikose kutegea Dira ya Mwanamke Jumapili hii tarehe 6 mwezi wa Oktoba mwaka 2019 saa 2:30 usiku.
Practice this direction from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala perfectly.
Msije mkafata nyayo na barabara na njia ya shetani.
Saa ingine Muslim anafikiria ni kupata mali neema.
Best of Hatibs.
We tasted the pleasure, the sweetness of ibadah, because the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said there are no times that can be equal to these days except maybe.
Tune into Horizon TV from different masajid every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Assalamu alaikum. Kwa jina nilobarikiwa nalo ni Ibtisam Jamal. Ungana nami katika Sabah Show.
Only on Horizon TV.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Karibu katika awamu yetu ya tatu na ya mwisho ya Business Chat. Mada yetu ya leo ni how to revamp a failed business. Kumbuka unaweza changia katika mada hii kupitia mitandao yetu ya kijamii at Horizontv Kenya, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Na pia unaweza changia kupitia nambari zetu za ujumbe mfupi. Nambari zetu za kupiga simu ziko katika runinga yako. Musa, I asked you a question before I took a break. Business failed, a question, and is an amadeni mingi. So how do you get out of that problem?
I think owing to how Mariam was able to bounce back, what is important once you get to a point where your business is collapsing or almost failing, and you have so many debts, you need to look for ways of not really closing the business, or rather closing shops, but you need some slight break, because the more you operate, the more you'll fall into debts. So first you need to look for a small break where you'll get to sit back and strategize on how you need to bounce back. And one of the ways of bouncing back is to look for someone that can help you clear the debts, because debts things that you can't wipe them away. Okay, you can't wipe your debts away. So yes, they can't just vanish. So you need to, as much as your business is not doing well, but you need to step back a little bit, get to look for ways of moving yourself out of the debt first, so that after that you can easily bounce back to the business. But if you say that the business is failing and then you're in debts, stop running the business for some time, but don't close shops. Take a break where that break will help you to pass on some strategies, you know, where I love to call them, you rethink your strategies, okay, of running the business. So that's it.
Isa amesema kwamba I think marketing and strategic plans helps a lot in terms of revamping a business. Kabla sijaweza kupata swali, Mariam nataka kuuliza swali moja. What should the government do? Is government failing in ensuring that small business SMEs do not fail?
Personally, I think they are failing. They are failing because small businesses don't want to register for the KRA and stuff, because you're making less, you're making small profit, and at the end of the day you have to pay. It's not like Kenya is the third world countries, among the third world countries. So like in America, it's a developing country in the third world countries. So hiyo mambo ya KRA and stuff, government is not doing enough. We are paying too much.
How do you feel about it?
I think they should reduce the KRA payments, because even registering a small business is a lot. It's a lot, because small businesses make very small profits.
So people tend not to register?
Yeah, people tend not to register businesses.
I think I can jump in and probably say, for the registration part of it, I think the business has, the government has tried to centralize the registration process of businesses, unlike the way we used to do many years back. Right now you have an e-citizen account, you're able to do many things, you're able to access many government services from registration of a company. And I was surprised the other day when I was trying to help someone start, open a business. It was as easy as going to e-citizen, you do a name search with only 150 shillings. The registration process, I think it looks less than 1,000 shilling, because it's a sole proprietorship. I'd spent some money, some good money, but though mine was a company, but even I think right now opening a company, it costs you maximum 10,000 shillings. You see, and I want to probably pass some recommendations. What the government can probably do to help the situation, or rather save the situation at the moment, is to provide some tax incentives, which Mariam was trying to say, whereby the SMEs can have a different tax bracket or taxation model, so that they're able to thrive. Secondly, I think the government can also provide incubator centers where SMEs, I think in one of the local universities, they have incubator centers where you have an idea, they keep you on an incubator, you grow the idea, and then you can easily go out. So that's something that I can easily recommend. And the other thing is the government also needs to, this is collectively from the national government to the county government. Alhamdulillah, we're now devolved. So issues like trade fairs will really help SMEs, where you're able to come together through and organize a government organized kind of trade fair where you're able to do networking and empowerment amongst yourselves. And the last part, I think the government needs to seriously run a campaign, Buy Kenya, Build Kenya. You know, a campaign where businesses will try to promote each other by tapping into each other's strength, products and services.
There's a question which came in about networking. Amesema kwamba how important is it to network? Ukiangalia hata kwa Facebook, there's those groups which buy, sell, Mombasa, buy, sell, whatever. So how important are those groups and networking?
Fine. I love a famous phrase. It says your network is your net worth. You know, but heavily that is on who you associate yourself with. So I must commend the various initiatives that just the other day we saw Mahad doing Halal Trade Expo, Kenya, just trying to bring together businesses that are halal conscious, you know. So that is also a good way of networking businesses. Someone will be able to get more leads through such networkings. So networkings we can operationalize them through fairs, trade fairs, and also through online, you know. Probably, and understand online is currently the biggest way of networking, because right now if you have an Instagram account, you can post on Facebook, and you know, so it's really a good thing.
Mariam, what would you tell a youth out there who wants to open a business but is afraid of failing?
Afraid of failing? I will say you just start. Number one, just start. Number two, believe in yourself. Your beliefs are your reality. Number three, no matter what you have, 2,000, 3,000, 1,000, you just have to start. Because me, I remember when I was starting my business, I didn't have capital. Musa was so right and he didn't even know. I didn't have capital. I just had like 2,000. I was like, okay, I'm going to make even one piece. Then I sell, then I save, then I sell, then I save. So, and do what you love. Have a passion for what you love. Just listen to your inner voice and do what you love. And don't be afraid of failing. Everybody needs to fail to learn.
Lazima mtoto anguke.
Yeah, lazima anguke ndio kesho atajua pale sitapita tena. I'm gonna fall down.
Nice lesson. Musa, what would you tell the same youth out there who's afraid of failing and wants to open a business at the same time?
We have this famous saying, a long journey begins with one step. I want to echo to the sentiments of our sister here. The drive to start is what is stopping most people into venturing into any sort of business. And for me, mine is start. You just need to start. Every other thing will just fall into place. And don't be afraid of, you know, the failing part of your business, because that is the fear of the unknown. But first things first. Start.
Nice one. So how do you ensure efficiency in different departments in a business which has grown?
Okay. One of the things I forgot to mention is one of the challenges that some of these businesses fail is staffing. Because if you don't have the right staffing, probably your business will also be one of the signs that will try to portray that a business is failing, heavily on the staff turnover. You have a business, say you started with 5, by the first year you try to evaluate like how many staffs am I having. You find out that you have only two staffs. So you need to really rethink on ways of curbing staff turnover. So how can you create synergy amongst the staffs? As an employer or as someone that holds the business dearly, you need to look for ways of enticing, or rather giving good incentives to your staff, because I think every human being has a way of getting motivation. There are those that if they're promoted, they're motivated. There are those that factor financial incentive as a way of getting motivation. So you need to study your business so well, and also don't overstretch. Probably if you're starting a small business, don't start with 5 staffs or 10 staffs. So you can be yourself and to other. I remember when I started my business back then, Vala, I was just myself. And I used to move to meetings, and guys will be like, "Oh, Musa, you're just a walk alone wolf," you know, like you have. Yes. You have a company, but you're the face of the company. Yes, yeah. So she remember I used to travel to Mombasa, everywhere. So it was a one-man show. But as time goes by, you need to get the right staffing. You need to try to look at the pitfalls that probably are there, and you improve on them.
Where do you see your business in the next 5 years? How?
Right now I'm venturing into beauty also. I started my own brand of beauty. So in the next 5 years, I just see myself.
Maybe new products you intend to launch?
Yeah, maybe makeup products. I'm going to add makeup products. But fashion, I'm just going to stay on that line until, Musa talked of stages. We're in that stage where we are still trying to figure things out slowly. Then when I reach the stage where I can say now I am okay, then we will think about it.
Right. So how can you, last question, how can someone use social media to promote his or her products? We often use social media a lot, and we intend to use it differently and not the way it should be. So how can you use it properly if you have a business?
Fine. Luckily, with the current ways or trends of doing business, everyone's gone online. Just the same way Mariam was saying. She had to sponsor her post. So social media, for me, you just need to know the right channels to push your brand and product. I think currently Instagram is very heavy. Okay, Instagram is very heavy, so you can do some sponsored ad, and it will give you, it will rather build your business. Okay, you need to do some sponsored ads on Facebook as well. That will also build your business. So for me, currently, I feel Instagram and Facebook, they're very heavy when it comes to pushing your products out there. Yeah.
The final question, how do you deal with competition? Because we've talked about competition, that there's competition, the healthy one and the unhealthy one, which people copy-paste. I say Musa doing this, I do the same thing, with the same brand, but they may change kidogo, which you won't know the difference.
True.
So how do you deal with competition and not give up?
Okay, you need to be innovative enough, because we can't run away from competition. It's everywhere. It's everywhere, you just need to be innovative, I'll probably give an example of Vala. We started out as a sales and marketing consultancy company. We felt there was a gap in terms of how marketing were being handled on a niche market of the Muslim community. And still, there are other guys, big players, doing a media agency at that time when Vala was starting, but we had to be innovative. Innovative is we decided to take a channel that no one has ever ventured, which is the Muslim community. We didn't have a media agency that is serving the Muslim community, and look, Vala is here purely serving the Muslim community. So you need to be innovative. You need to be very innovative.
Mariam, final words. What are your final words? What would you tell the government, anyone out there who's watching this program right now?
Advice. believe in yourself, listen to yourself, do what you, as long as you feel it's right. Don't hold back because of age. Don't hold back because of people are saying this might not work out. Fear is the worst. Don't give in to fear. Just do what you love. Focus on yourself. Push. Fail, fall. You'll rise. You'll get up. By falling, you'll get up and you will learn.
Musa, your final words.
Fine. For me, I just want to advise any young person out there who wants to try, give a hand into business. It's good before you start any business, get to seek for some advice from someone. It's good, fine, you have a passion about doing something, but we always fail by having this notion that if I tell Ebtisam or Mariam, they'll run away with the idea. But I think some people have good intentions in what you're doing, so never fail to ask someone for their opinion, advice and support when you have an idea in terms of, like, if you want to stage a business venture. So I just want to say, fine, you need to start, but partly you also need to do some consultations.
Thank you so much, Mariam and Musa, for coming. It was an important program and it has helped a lot, even me. Maybe I might open a business, you never know, but in future, not now. Thank you so much. Na mtazamaji, tumefika kikomo ya business chat. Tutakutana tena wiki ijayo. Kumbuka hapo kesho tutaungana na Mariam Mwacharo na Healthy Thursday. Jina langu ni Ibtisam Jamal. Kutoka kwangu naambia maasalam. Assalamu alaikum. Kwa jina nilobarikiwa nalo ni Ibtisam Jamal. Ungana nami katika Sabah Show.
Only on Horizon TV.
Assalamu alaikum. Kwa jina nilobarikiwa nalo ni Ibtisam Jamal. Ungana nami katika Sabah Show.
Only on Horizon TV.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Kiumbe dhaifu lakini jasiri.
Alitunukiwa sura nzima,
sura inayompa daraja yake inavyostahiki. Sharti ajigambe.
Naam, na pepo ipo chini ya nyayo zake.
Mpamba nyumba na nyoyo za wapendwa wake.
anayebeba majukumu yake pasina kupinga.
Mtazamaji, je, unamfahamu anayezungumziwa?
Bila ya kusahau hadhi yake na haki zake.
Ungana nami Rahma Swaleh na Sheikh Juma Amir
tukuelimishe na kukupa mwelekeo katika maisha ya ndoa
kwenye kipindi Dira ya Mwanamke.
Usikose kutegea Dira ya Mwanamke Jumapili hii tarehe 6 mwezi wa Oktoba mwaka 2019 saa 2:30 usiku.
Practice this direction from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala perfectly.
Msije mkafata nyayo na barabara na njia ya shetani.
Saingine Muslim anafikiria ni kupata mali neema.
Best of Hatibs.
We tasted the pleasure, the sweetness of ibadah because the Prophet ﷺ said there are no times that can be equal to these days except maybe.
Tune in to Horizon TV